right, somebody help me solve this inequality. Ooh. They won. Sorry. Anybody? What should I do? Marvelous. So the absolute value of x is less than or equal to 7. What kind of problem is this? Less than. Less than. So our answer is going to be a sandwich. So x is sandwiched in between -7, +7. Okay? All right, what do I have to do here? Subtract 5. And what kind of problem is this one? Greater. Greater. So how do I write my answer for this one? It's going to be an or. Which way do my arrows go? Point with your fingers. Which way do my arrows go? Opposite directions, right? Opposite directions. Okay. So x is less than, x is greater than, and then what numbers do I use? Wait. Perfect. All right, that's where we ended up yesterday. Today we're going to start adding some more steps in there. You guys ready for that?
Yeah, you're going to have to give me a second to write this down.
Whew. Whew. Whew.
Wait, I thought you had to flip the signs into minus and pi.
No, only if you multiply or divide by a negative. We did this yesterday, remember?
Yeah.
All right, here's the problem we're doing now. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to minus 8. We good? Minus 8. And at this point, the absolute value is alone, and there's the number. Before we divide by 2, we can say what type of answer we're going to get based on the symbol. So what type of problem is this? Greater. Okay, so I'm going to get my formatting ready for my answer. This is a greater problem, so I'm going to say or. What do my arrows look like? Kind of. They go opposite directions, and this one's going to have a line underneath. And x, okay. Now this time, I have more stuff. This is a little bit more complicated today, so now we're going to do just like we did with the equations, where we're going to do 2 separate versions. So I'm going to say 2x equals 12, 2x equals negative 12, and you're going to see that in some problems, we're actually, like yesterday when we did this, all the answers were the same number. In fact, this one's going to be that way too. But we're actually going to start doing problems today where the answers are two different numbers. It's not just going to be the positive and negative version of the same number, but we're going to start getting two different numbers completely. So what should we do? Divide by 2. So this one works out pretty nicely. Yeah, this one's negative 6 and 6. But the next one is going to be a little different. So x is less than negative 6. I always put the smaller number with this one. X is greater than 6 is going to go with that one. Okay, let's try this one next. Negative 4, p plus 9, less than or equal to 7. Okay, so my first step is to add 4. Add 4, add 4. So I've got p plus 9 less than or equal to 11, okay? My absolute value is alone, so I can say what type of answer I'm going to get. Less than. So what does that mean? It's a sandwich. So P is going to be between two numbers, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to split this off and I'm going to do my two versions. So I'm going to say P plus 9 can equal 11. P plus 9 can equal negative 11. Okay. And then what should I do to solve this? Subtract the 9. What is 11 minus 9? Close. 2. And then minus 9, minus 9. What is negative 11 minus 9? Negative 20. Okay. Between these two numbers, which one should be written on the smaller side? Negative 20 is smaller. It gets written on the smaller side. And then positive 2 should be written on the bigger side. Okay. All right, negative 2, v plus 1 is greater than negative 16. Do I add 2? I divide. How do I know it's divide and not add? It's right beside it. Yeah, anytime it's right beside it, it means that it was a coefficient. That's what that word is. Anytime it's right beside it, it means it was a coefficient, and so that means it was multiplied. So we're going to divide by a negative 2, divide by a negative 2, and when we divide, what do we have to do with our symbol? We got to flip it. So v plus 1, flip the symbol, and what do we get? 8. Okay, and what's the name of that symbol? Less than. So our absolute value sign is alone. We have a less than symbol. Less than means what kind of answer? Sandwich answer. So V is going to be in between two numbers. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to solve two equations. V plus 1 equals 8. V plus 1 equals negative 8. Quentin, I'm about to take that phone and put it in a bucket of water and see how long it lasts. And then what do? I'm going to take the 1, I'm going to minus it over. So what does this first answer equal? 7. What does the second answer equal? All right, now which of these answers belongs on the smaller side? -9 is smaller, and so 7 is bigger. Okay? How do you guys feel about those problems? Pretty good? Pretty good?
Yeah.
All right, like you're ready to do your worksheet? Pretty good? That level pretty good? Because what we're doing today is we're finishing that worksheet. We are. Sure. Okay, let's grab our worksheets. Whew. Okay. So the plan for today is we're going to go from number 7 all the way to number 20. Whew. I mean, we got so much time because we didn't do a warm-up today. What number? Is there a problem number on here that looks like you don't want to do it? Okay, so we should do number 7. Okay, let's do number 7. So for number 7, the absolute value sign is already alone. So we're going to look at the symbol. What's that symbol say? Less than. So if it's a less than symbol, then what type of answer are we going to get? A sandwich. So B is going to be sandwiched in between 2 numbers. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and write my 2 equations. I'm going to say B over 2 equals 3. B over 2 equals -3. And when the B is over 2 like that, what operation is it? What's happening? Division. So how do you undo division? Okay. Times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So B equals 6. And B equals and which one of those is smaller? -6. So -6 goes on the small side, +6 goes on the big side. Done. I thought you guys said that was going to be a difficult one. Okay. Is there another one that looks difficult? 9? 11? Are we just saying they're difficult because they got division in them? You guys know you just have to multiply if it says division.
Yeah, but we haven't done many division problems.
Okay. Okay, so which... Do 11?
Do I subtract -3 or?
Wait. It's minus already.
Yeah, but there's a positive, there's a plus.
That's just saying it's added to the other stuff. It's just saying it's not multiplied. That's what they're telling you. They're saying it's not... So it's a -3, so how do you undo a -3? You add it. So you're going to add it over to the other side. So we have n over 10. And what is that symbol called? Less than. So it's a sandwich. So n is going to be between 2 numbers. So I have n over 10 equals 1. N over 10 equals -1. And then we're going to multiply by 10. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So that line is the reason it doesn't go all the way down is because they're telling you the divide by 6 happens at a different time. So the divide by 6 is the first thing you would take care of. Like these, the divide by 10 is the last thing we did because it was inside the absolute value was protected. This divide by 6 is not protected by the absolute value, which means it's the very first thing we can take care of. So the very first thing I would do in number 9 is I would just multiply that 6 over, get rid of that division problem. So it's not a typo. They did it correctly. They wrote it correctly. It's meant to be different from number 11. And that was a really good question. All right, you guys good? Are we less intimidated by the division ones? We can kind of see how those work.